Hello, welcome back to Banter Tribe. A quick one. We want to give a player rating for the game that just ended. Mansfield versus Arsenal. I must say, the pitch was something else. I was saying, I hope they don't have artificial turf. This is natural turf, but it is not natural anywhere. I was wondering if we were playing beach soccer or if we were playing the main soccer. I couldn't differentiate. That pitch was very, very poor. This pitch is the height of poor pitch. But it's a third division team, so what do you expect from them? They don't have much to offer. So we take it. But I must say, beyond the pitch being problematic, some players actually were below standard. Players like Gabriel Martinelli was not effective play. He couldn't even make 2, 3, 4 consecutive passes, successful passes. He could not today. Gabriel Jesus was absent. He was invisible. I never saw him on the pitch. Yeah, he assisted. He almost assisted a goal, or okay, affected a play that would have led to a goal. The cross he made to Mazdamon, that Mazdamon brought back for who was that player that I think it was Gabriel Martinelli, still Martinelli. So Jesus gave Mazdamon the ball. Mazdamon brought it back to Martinelli, and Martinelli could not score that goal. In as much as I would say Martinelli had a poor touch on that play, but Gabriel Jesus killed that ball when he could have given that assist in quotes was long gone. Same with Madueke. Several times he was supposed to play the next player. He would hold on the ball for too long, and at the end give up that play. It was so obvious today. Our players need to seriously rewatch their games and see how much of errors they make. There's an extent you will hold on to football and you overhold it, but there's an extent you will give it out too early and it becomes too quick. So players as professionals ought to know how to balance this play, when to hold less and when to send it out. And this they've not been able to balance yet, and it's worrying that I'm still seeing these things in our play, being that we are soon to be champion of Premier League. So we don't have any reason to be playing this poor and this at this time of the season. But it is what it is. So let me give my takes on players and how they performed today. Kepa is a blagger. I'll give him 7 because he kept us in the game. There was a cross that came in. He had to turn 360 to pick that ball. If not, that ball would have dropped on the player to head it into our post. It would have been a 2-2 draw. So I give him 7. He didn't have to do much, but the ones he had to do, he kept us in the game. Very, very difficult game for him, but he stood his ground. Then Muskera, I fought him for the goal, but beyond that goal, he was quite average. Beyond that goal, he cost him and Malisamon cost was quite average. So I would want to give him a 6. I will give Malisamon also a 6 because of that error, but I don't want to blame him so much on that error. He is a young man trying to learn the trade, and this is part of the problem. Ricardo Calafiori, I give him a 6. I won't lie you, nobody's getting a 9 in my player rating. Nobody's getting a 9 because they don't deserve a 9. If I tell anybody deserves a 9, I will tell you who I think will get a shout out to 9. Okay, so Kepa 7, Salmon 6, Mosquera 6, Calafiori 6, Noga a very good 7, a very deserving 7. Noga played very well today, so I gave him a 7. Martinelli average 5. Trossard, at some point you won't see him on the play, 6. Noni Madueke, I will give him a 7. If I should give point, I would say 7.5, but not up to 8. He was poor. Forget the goal he scored. Beyond the goal he scored, he was poor. I'll give him an 8. I'll give him a 7, sorry. I'll give Madueke 7. I'll give Mazdamon, who I watched, honestly. Okay, let's get to that. I will give Mazdamon a beautiful 8 because he was very, very well grounded. He was in the game so much and he affected play very, very much. If not that these players were disappointing, he could have been the star of the day. But I give him an 8. Gabriel Jesus, I give him 5. He was invisible. Him and Martinelli were totally invisible today. Kai Havertz, I would want to say 5, but let's give him 6. He was neither here nor there. He was just there. But he wasn't as poor as Gabriel and Martinelli. Sorry, it wasn't as poor as Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli, the 2 Gabriels that played today. They were just poor. They were invisible. Brazil today did not mark present. So I give Havertz a 6. Then substitute, I give Hinkapia 7 upgraded to 8. You can argue 7 to 8. You understand? Because he was very superb. He was very, very superb. He has so many defensive play that he was very, very much smart on, and he never considered any errors. Timber was anonymous, so but he was not too poor, he was not too good, so give him a 6. Eberechi Z, the star boy. Yeah, for a brief time that he played very well. So I give him a 7. Bukayo Saka had nothing to do. So let's give him a 6. For star boy he is. Then this one. Yeah, there was one time this thing had a chance to show why he was brought in. He actually saved the ball that would have broke for a counter, and that would have been to our cost. So I give him a 6. So that's my player rating. Let me know what you think your own will be. I must say shout out to me because I had this call. I called that Salmon and Damon, Mas Damon and Mali Salmon should play, and Ateta listened to me and he played them. Thank you. See you in the next one.